Hello everyone, do you want to learn how to do this? Welcome back to my cooking channel, Cooking with Frenchie. So the purpose of today's recipe is for you to be able to create that kind of cakes, those naked cake style, those kind of wedding cakes, celebration cakes, really, any events. That's what I want you to be able to do yourself at home with watching this video. So this video will be part of a little series. I will show you today only how to make this vanilla sponge. Another video will show you how to make the chantilly filling, another buttercream, and how to put the cake together later on. So stay tuned and watch this channel. So today we are going to focus on the vanilla sponge itself. Very important. It's a very good base for many cakes to come. So back to basic. Let's go for the sponge. So as I mentioned before, the vanilla sponge is very important for many cakes. But before we go a little bit further, don't forget to subscribe, get to the little bell setting, change to notification, and you won't miss any of my recipe. I'd like also to tell you that in the description under the video, check it out. You will find my full recipe, all the ingredients, all the photos, plus again the video. Like this, you can't miss a beat, you can't miss that recipe. Furthermore, I'm putting a link to all the utensils I'm using. So you can get that on Amazon. I don't get any payment for it. It's just for you to find out how to get your cake tin, your sieve, your spatula, your scraper, your bowl mixer, anything you want will be in there. So there we go. The recipe is very simple, very easy. We are doing an aeration method here. Pretty much not all in, but egg, sugar, and vanilla. We are going to mix that through it, and I'm going to take you through step by step, and I will explain to you how this is working. So hopefully you enjoy this recipe, you try it at home, you let me know, leave me some comments. I'll talk to you later. Alright, prepare your ingredients, sift your flour and correct weight your sugar, your vanilla, and condition your eggs. Meanwhile, you can also prepare your tin, grease them a little bit, add some silicone paper around the edge and at the bottom. In a large bowl, put all your eggs, crack them one by one, add your sugar to it, and then start to whisk it all together. Very important to do so. This action should take about 5, 6 or 8 minutes depending of the speed of your machine. Always do it at high speed. Here what we try to do is to create a very nice aeration, and I'm adding some vanilla essence right now. You could add some vanilla paste, it's nicer in a way, tastes better and the flavor goes through gently. Keep whisking until you see that the mixture become very foamy, white and pale, and a little bit thick. This looks like it's nearly ready. We have a nice aeration, nice structure of the foamy egg white for that sponge. So keep always the whipping style at a very high speed. And here I'm checking, so I'm dipping down, and as you see the mixture is really coming down the whisk and staying on top with a figure of 8. That's what we call ribbon stage. That's the perfect time to add your flour. I'd add my flour in third generally, so 1/3 of the flour, and I'm using a spatula. And look at the motion here, from the outside of the bowl to the inside, right to the bottom, and I'm turning the bowl at the same time. That's folding method, really help to add your flour with avoiding to have too many lumps and also avoiding to collapse the mixture. I'm not waiting for the mixture or the flour to be mixed. I'm adding some more flour to it, my second third, and I'm going to repeat that exercise. As a rule of thumb, I generally about mix 5 to 6 times before I'm starting to add the flour again, the rest of the flour. This prevents the mixture to really collapse, and I'm very gentle. I'm not beating, I'm not whisking, I'm folding in. I'm going to add the last part of the flour, or pretty much the last part. Just gonna add a little bit more at the time, and I'm gonna keep repeating that folding motion. Really turn the spoon upside down, side of the bowl, center of the bowl, and turn the bowl. This will give you really uniform mix. As you see that lift the flour up to the top of the mixture, and now I'm gonna add the final flour through it. There we go. Keep mixing, keep folding gently, be very gentle, be very soft. It's very important. As you see, the mixture start to combine, the flour start to really disappear. If you overdo it, however, you will lose volume, and therefore your sponge or genoise won't be as light, will be a bit more dense. So it all depends on the crumb structure you desired, if you're something a little bit more heavy or a little bit lighter. Here I'm using self-raising flour too, so it will give me a very light structure sponge. Once I'm done, because my mixture is including 4 sponge of 15 centimeters, here what I'm doing is to really weight my mixture and separate it at equal measure to each tin. So for this recipe, it's about 225-230 grams of mixture per tin. This is really if you are willing to have a very equal product, something that very similar, that every sponge weighs the same, that you have something that's very regular, so when you are going to build later on your cake, you don't need to either cut the sponge or you don't need to trim it to worry that one sponge is bigger than the other one. They should be all of the same height, they should be all of the same size, and all of the same weight. .230. Same, when you pour your mixture, just be gentle as well, don't be too rough. Let the mixture very fall into your tin. Don't push it too hard, just let the mixture really soften itself. Don't tap it. If you tap the tin, you will let the air bubbles, the air structure you just created, go away, which make again your sponge a little bit flatter. As you can see, the tin is filled up to about halfway to 2/3 of the way of the tin, just to allow the mixture to raise and not go over the tin. I put the color really just to prevent if the mixture is going too high when it bakes, but mostly because I don't want my sponge to stick to the tin. The little gesture I did before is to make sure the sponge are a little flat, in the sense that they're equal level, they won't have like a bumpy effect, so they are all very horizontal and high level. I'm putting my tin in a tray and I bake them at 180 degrees to help. Once they bake, after 20-25 minutes, I check all the sponge with a skewer, putting the skewer through the middle of the sponge, and if the skewer comes out clean, that's been they baked. If the skewer was coming a little bit wet with a mixture that's not baked, I will put them back in the oven for 5 minutes. Once they're done, after 10 minutes of cooling down, I put them upside down on a wire cake rack cool them down a little bit further, shake it a little bit, and take them off of the tin. Putting your sponge upside down will make the top bit that could have been a little bit like a bomb, that will make it flatter and that will push back the crumbs into the sponge and make your sponge a little firmer. Now I can remove the silicone paper and here we are. Beautiful sponge, vanilla sponge. Hey, how easy was that vanilla sponge? Nice and soft. Hopefully you try. You will see you can keep it for up to 5 days in the fridge, wrap it in plastic, up to 3 months in the freezer, double wrap it in plastic. And then I will show you in the next videos how we build the cakes together, what kind of filling we can put inside. I will show you one style of filling, but over the next few videos and the next months, I'll show you different cakes, different sponge. So stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe and thank you for watching.